Hey guys, interested in sponsoring an episode of The Actual Play? Well, just head on over to complexaction.net and click the support link at the top of the page. Check out the details there, and thanks for supporting the show. You're listening to the Complex Action Actual Play podcast. This episode is sponsored by Eric DeMage on behalf of the Black Star and Affiliates. Thanks for supporting the show. Having just nabbed a survivor from the group of people that were trying to put a tag on Payday, they begin questioning him. Then, it's time to jump right back into the saddle and get a new job. Now please enjoy episode 19, Pumpkin Surprise.
Hey, you got a room in your car for a passenger or two there? I say to Payday. Oh, wait, where's Payday? Oh, there you are.
I'm here. My car should be here any moment now.
Yep, it'll pull up soon, but by then there's no other vehicle there. Pulls up pretty quickly, but it's gone.
I wanted to try to do a matrix perception to see it before it gets too far away, if applicable.
Sure, give it to me.
Sure. 5 hits. Looking for hidden icons.
Whew. You didn't find anything.
Okay. Then Throwback doesn't say a word.
The Phoenix comes roaring up, I guess, and Payday curses.
So, new best friend, as he gives him a little bit of a squeeze. What is all this about?
He says, he looks around at you, all of you guys, and then looks around at the guy on the ground, and he says, "Look, we were hired to plant something on that guy. That's all I know."
You were hired to plant something on me. Me.
Says, he nods.
By who?
We don't ask those kinds of questions.
You don't know who hired you?
We don't have to know to get paid.
Funny, I usually know who hired me.
Well, that's your prerogative, isn't it?
I'm going to roll my eyes and let the guy go.
He stands up and he looks a little confused.
I'm going to sense him. I want to see if he's got anything on him besides that spell that my spirit noticed. 4 hits?
He doesn't appear to have anything else on him. Obviously he's magically active. He's got an essence of 6, a magic of 6. The aura of a recently cast spell, of course.
Okay. I ask him, hey, you or your buddy carry any trauma patches?
Frag his buddy.
He says, no, I don't.
Killer took care of that.
He says, I don't have that. That would have been... He runs over and kind of like kneels down. If he wants to run over there, but he's not sure if he should move. Is anybody going to stop him?
No.
So he kind of goes over and leans down and touches the guy. And if you're still sensing him, you'll see that he's like attempting to kind of cast a spell, but he says, yeah, well, he's dead.
Good. Scumbag, backstabbing Shadowrunners. Put a tag on me in a Shadowrunner bar.
He says, he kind of like is looking at you.
Own.
Yeah, he's kind of looking at you and not knowing what to do and kind of expectantly.
Hey man, better get out of here before he decides to geek you.
Well, if nobody's going to stop him, he runs off.
What the hell was that all about?
Payday is just fuming.
I don't know, but I'd rather not be having a conversation in a public place over the corpse of a body that we just, recently made deceased.
Oh, well. Can you get a smaller compartment in your car?
Yeah, of course.
You mind if we throw this in there? I know somebody will get rid of it for us.
Throwback kind of eyes the body. How bloody is it?
I mean, there's blood dripping. I mean, there's blood dripping down the stairs. I mean, it's bloody. One thing to keep in mind also is that while this is a Shadowrunner bar, it is in the middle of downtown.
Yeah, I'm going to thank my spirit and ask it to go on Astral Overwatch.
Alright, yeah, let's pick up our drunk friend who fell down and hurt himself on the pavement and get him home, Throwback says loudly.
Yeah.
Damn, sis, where'd you learn how to do that?
Prison, what do you think?
Learn how to kill somebody with your foot in prison?
I don't want that, man. Yeah, so they're just gonna try to load you up in the smuggling apartment. If we can do that, I'm gonna call Anna.
Okay. Before you call Anna, who is going to be Weekend at Bernie's-ing this guy?
I'll take care of him.
I'm assuming you're going to try to get him into the van. Are you pulling the van up, throwback?
Yeah, I'll pull the van around, and in in a couple seconds, if I can, sort of scan around, see if we're actively being recorded by any cameras, and try to sort of park the van to obscure that a little bit.
I'll say you're probably able to. You should be able to pull that off if you're careful. There are people outside. It doesn't look like there are any Lone Star out right now.
Can I performance roll my way into this van?
And that's the next thing I was going to do, is whoever is going to be doing that, you guys can do that, and participants can assist. In fact, anybody who's helping walk the dead body will have to assist.
Can I leadership them on how to do this?
I'm gonna actually. Hey, I have an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that physical barrier spell and cast Magic Fingers at Force 6.
Okay.
Not bad. 4 hits, so I have effective strength and agility of 4 with the Magic Fingers.
I have 5 hits on a performance.
Okay. Now, is Elric assisting with the weight of the body?
I guess I'm gonna try to help kind of move. I'm moving the legs, and not so much lifting with the Magic Fingers. I'll let them do that. But I'm gonna try to kind of animate him a little bit, like move his leg here, his arm there, kind of keep his head up a little bit more. Yeah, very macabre. I love it.
It really is Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, it is.
6th World Edition, yeah.
You guys, anybody have a Hawaiian shirt and some sunglasses? All right, 5 hits on who else is assisting? Elric doesn't need to.
Oh, as far as this thing goes, I should just roll 4 dice for the agility or strength of the thing, right?
I mean, the assist is, for the performance or con or something like that. I don't know that what would apply. Yeah, roll the 4 dice and tell me if you get a glitch.
Critical glitch, actually.
Do you want to spend any edge?
Oh no, this is going to be interesting.
All right.
When I'm running a game, I always feel it's a tragedy when somebody buys off a critical glitch.
All right, things are going all right, and you get the body to the top of the stairs, and then Elric, he's trying to keep up with everybody, and maybe he's overthinking it a little bit, trying to, how would a body naturally move, and then concentrating too hard, and suddenly the arms and the legs and the head, they just start flailing wildly, and in such a way that I guess Pillar or anybody who's holding the body is going to have to oppose, you're going to have to roll a strength test to hold on to it.
I don't care a whole lot about this body and what happens with it.
I have 3 hits on the strength test.
Was it just Pillar that was holding the body?
I thought Payday was also helping.
Yeah, I did. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
So you wanted strength?
A strength test, yeah.
2 hits.
All right. You know what? Why don't both of you add your agility into that as well?
2 more,
7?
So 4 in total.
Sorry, 5.
All right. You're able to just barely. You stumble, and it's very obvious to anyone around that something weird is going on. The limbs are moving like it's kind of off the ground at certain points, and limbs are flailing wildly in unnatural ways, and it's in all sorts of stuff. You don't straight out drop the body, but people are walking now. Some people have a comlink held up and are pointing it in your direction, and it's very clearly something strange is happening.
Pillar, what the frick is going on?
Nothing. Let's get him in the van.
Nothing.
I have one of the arms sort of jerk and a wave shakily at one of the people pointing at Comlink. Just look casual. And sort of a few meters back, kind of concentrating furiously and trying to make the limbs move in a more normal-looking way. But of course, I'm getting more agitated as I'm trying. And
yeah, you guys also have blood splatters on you.
Oh, that's just great.
And one or two people nearby probably got hit with a little bit of blood. But you can get it into the van. A small crowd is starting to form, not too close, but
I'm gonna just get on my bike. I'm out of here. This is a thing that's.
I'm gonna go get in the Coco taxi nearby. I want to get in the van with the dead guy.
Oh yeah, thanks. Load him into my van and then leave.
I have the keys and I'm getting in the van, so I don't know.
I'll get in the goddamn van and I'll have the GMC Phoenix essentially go home.
Oh, actually, you said there's a guy that's obviously holding a comlink up, probably recording.
yes,
Yeah, I'm gonna data spike that.
no problem. I'll give it to you. It's just a little comlink.
Yeah, just the first one I see gets exploded.
All right, it's done. Elric, you probably, after thinking about the Coco taxi, realized that you guys all came together in the van.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So, yeah, I'm gonna call my own cab then.
Payday's car. Okay, you call a cab. Sure.
Or
no problem.
Actually, no. I'll ask Payday if you can have his car pick me up.
Yeah, I'll have it pick you up.
Thank you.
Right, get in the van, drive around the corner, immediately activating a morphing license plate and spoof chips.
Okay.
I knew I liked this guy.
All right, I'm gonna have us take our mid break for the night real fast, and then we'll come back in as Pillar is calling Anna. Correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna call Anna.
All right, be back in 5.
Sounds good.
All right, be right back myself. I am back.
Did you see the message that I said in TeamSpeak there, Peter?
Yes, I did. I didn't want to say anything to give Bobby more to edit, but no, I like that.
Oh no, sorry, not the the wheelchair modifications, but just the description of my character, since you missed the actual description last week or last time.
No, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got the impression you had just like a basic, actual muscle-powered wheelchair.
Yeah, right now it's very throwbacky. The description I gave in my profile's probably a little bit more elaborate than in reality, but it is more. It's more of like an athletic, mundane wheelchair. You know what I mean? It's got I don't know what they actually call them, but like the ones that athletes use.
Yeah, it does.
But there's no hardware to it.
Ones.
Yeah, it's like a performance wheelchair, but there's no electronics or hardware really attached to it.
Payday can fix that.
Yeah, there's totally a drone that was pointed out to me right after I finished my character. That is totally a wheelchair. That is exactly the base of what we need to start with. I want ejection seats. I want upward thrusters. Submersible. We'll get the whole 9 yards.
And you're not called Wheels because...
I've actually had to briefly stop myself from calling him Wheels a couple times.
It was a thought. It was the first draft, one of my first draft names.
What was?
I'm not so sure that it won't come up from time to time,
I
actually.
think we picked Throwback for some reason like that, right?
Yeah, there was eventually a really good reason.
Because you're in an actual wheelchair. Am I wrong there? Was that not the reason?
Well, sorry, what was the reason you cut out?
I thought the reason we went with Throwback was because you're in an actual wheelchair instead of like cyber legs or
yeah, there's that's one of the points it hits on. The character itself has, a half dozen reasons why Throwback is an appropriate name. That is the immediately most obvious one to a stranger.
Well, Pillar is calling Anna, and it's pretty... What's your loyalty with her?
4.
Okay. She answers, groggy.
It's nighttime. You're a ghoul. Why you sleep?
Say that again?
Say it's nighttime. You're a ghoul. Why you sleep?
She chuckles.
Hey, I've got a little problem here. If you're interested, I have dinner handy.
Dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, a problem that's dinner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I see what you... I get it. Out of character, is this something that that Pillar would have contacted her about ever before? Pillar's not like...
I don't know that Pillar's ever killed anyone before. She's just acting on practicality.
Right. So, okay, then she reacts a little bit differently. She says, "Wait, what, Drek? What did you get yourself? What happened?"
It's just a little bit of trouble.
Okay, I get it. I won't. Where do you want to meet somewhere?
Yeah, if you don't mind, if you get someplace quiet.
Yeah. I know a place a little bit. Do you think you want to come all the way out to where I am?
Yeah, I don't think that'd be a problem.
Okay. You still know how to get here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Yeah, come on out. We're out here. Is anybody coming with you?
I got 2 with me.
Are you gonna make them aware?
Yeah, I'll make sure they stay in the van.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, I will send Thorback a location.
All right. Before you hang up, she says, just make like you said, make sure they stay in the van, and if they don't need to know, then it's probably best that way.
Yeah, I can make sure that happens.
Okay. Thanks. And she hangs up.
Alright, Pillar will go location to Thorback. So live between Thorback and Payday. I got some place we can get rid of this. Better if you guys stay in the van. Keep your hands clean out of this.
Yeah, you got it.
Good man.
All right, the location that you're given is far past, on sort of like the southeast part of Columbia. It's still inside the wall. In fact, it's right next to the wall, but it's out way past in a part of town that's not got a lot of people. There's a lot of like sort of industrial area and whatnot, and yeah.
All right, that seems like the type of place you take a body.
Why the frag did they want me?
You really didn't know who that elf was?
No idea.
You're new in town, right? Well, you recently back in town.
Yeah, I used to live here. I was on the up and up when I lived here, though. Not a Shadowrunner.
Well, I don't need the details. Were you on the up and up while you weren't here?
When I used to live here? Yeah.
So when you weren't here, did somebody follow you? Trouble follow you back?
No, it's not possible. I burned everything.
All right, man. We'll figure it out.
Well, if you're running from something, we certainly sent a strong first response.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Are you guys talking over comms or just in the van?
I'm just talking in the van, but...
Okay.
Yeah, it was just fan talk.
Just fan talk.
Yeah, then I'm just kind of chilling in the Phoenix is probably tailing behind.
While hitting buttons, flipping switches.
Nah, I'll drive you home if you want. Payday's got nothing else to do while he's there. He'll just jump into the GMC Phoenix.
It'd be the perfect opportunity to show him how it's better than the Coco Taxi.
Nothing's better than the Coco Taxi. Your jealousy makes me sad.
Just it existing proves that it's better than the Coco Taxi.
Well, you guys get out there, no problem. When you pull up, it's like I said, it's a very sparsely populated area. It goes past some of the manufacturing areas and old factory places. Some of them abandoned, some of them not. And get out to this area that's slightly wooded. There's sort of a driveway that pulls up, and the driveway is got a bunch of trees on either side, and there's not a lot there, but there is a truck, like a pickup truck, that's pulled up out front, and standing next to it is sort of the slight frame of a female, and she's got a hooded sweatshirt pulled up over her, like low over her face, and she's got her hands in her pockets, and she's just sitting there waiting, leaning against the truck.
We get up there and we see her. We get it, Leroy, they're back in Payday. You guys stay in the van, and here, Payday, let me get this out of the apartment. pull the body out of the compartment, and Pillar will just throw it over her shoulder and carry it over there.
Yeah, you have no problem carrying it. It was not a huge body, and she's pretty strong anyway, isn't she?
Yeah, 7 strength.
All right, no problem. So she kind of looks up and looks past you at the car, and when she sees that nobody's coming out, she kind of motions you over to the other side of the truck or to the back where you would, put the body anyway.
Drop the body in there.
She looks up at you. You can tell it's Anna now, but she keeps the hoodie up and she says, "I want to ask what happened. I know better in to ask questions like that, but is there anybody going to be coming looking for this thing?"
Not from you, anyway. We got in a scuffle. I hit him a little hard.
All right. She looks and she says, "Yeah, looks like you hit him pretty hard." Ugh.
He's still good.
No, I mean, not worried about that. It's just, what are you getting yourself into these days? You don't have to answer that, but it's more of a rhetorical kind of thing.
Don't worry, darling. We got this, all right? I'll owe you one for this.
All right, I mean, sure. You don't need to owe me one.
You sure? We just got paid. I don't know how you guys are doing down there.
I mean, you're kind of providing a service for us as well, so we'll call this one even. Let's try not to make too much of a habit out of this,
I promise, darling, I won't.
At least not. Sorry. At least not a habit out of surprise visits like this.
If I plan to take anyone down, you'll be the first I call.
Yeah, because I mean, it's this isn't an unwelcome visit, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there's risks. We like to try to mitigate that as best we can.
I know, darling. I got this. Don't worry. Promise we'll be careful about it.
Yeah, no problem. All right, it's good to see you.
Yeah, me too. Pillar will give her a hug. I think we're probably friends.
Yeah, you guys are friends as far as I remember.
I believe so. Promise not to call her so late next time.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Well, I'm going to take care of this, and you look like you're probably want to get some rest anyway.
Yeah, I need to get cleaned up. I don't stay up all the hours you do.
Give me a call sometime when it's not about business. She does air quotes.
I got some downtime this week. I'll give you a call.
All right. And she hops in the truck. When she hops in and the light inside comes on, you see that there were 2 other people in there. But she hops in and starts the truck and pulls back into that driveway back, and the place where she is, that's where she and her people live.
Yeah. Pillar will look herself over, make sure she's fine really quick, and then just head back to the van.
All right.
Who was that?
Brenton.
They didn't ask any questions?
Nah, man. You start working in this business, you get to know people that don't ask questions, like this guy.
Well, you guys headed back? Anything? And you making any stops on the way?
No, but when I'm driving Elric back there, Eon will keep him company, and right before, just when they're pulling up to drop him off, she looks to him and says, "For what it's worth, Stretch isn't a terrible name."
Oh, not you too.
That's
I
where.
suppose there could be worse.
There could be a lot worse. I mean, Payday's pretty bad.
Oh, I don't know. Payday's pretty boss. I mean, you Shadowrunner. It's pretty much what you work for, right?
Can I ask you a favor, Elric?
Sure.
Look after him. He's getting worse. And I have an amount of fear that what happened tonight might make things worse.
What do you mean by worse? I mean, sure, I'll look after him. No problem. I mean, we did that tonight. Like I told him, we got to watch each other's backs.
Thank you, Stretch.
Ugh.
And the door opens.
All right, I gotta go into my house and just find a place to flop down and crash. Probably sleep in the next day.
All right. Well, you guys have some downtime now for about a week. we talked about it before. I don't think anybody's doing anything in particular, but before we, fast forward any amount of time, I want to give you guys opportunity to do anything during that week that you'd like to do.
I'm gonna go see Anna just for a friendly visit, and then another day I'm gonna go see Carrie and buy a probably Metalink or Stone Angel.
You started mumbling.
Sorry, I was gonna go see Anna just as a social call at some point, and then the next few days I'm gonna go see Carrie and buy a Sony Angel.
Is that a comlink?
Yeah, it's a comlink.
Cool. What's just out of curiosity, what's the device rating on it?
A 1.
Okay, so it's like a throwaway burner.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna use it. I'm just gonna buy it.
Okay.
And for the week, Payday is going to be a nervous paranoid wreck around his garage. He's going to have fly spies constantly looking out, and he's on downers to try to mitigate his tension.
Understood. Well, if anybody tries to get in touch with Payday during that time, he's probably not very pleasant to talk to.
Yeah, Elric's probably going to drop by like every day at some point. Just going to hang out, bring by some stuffers and rent some trids, try to get advice on different tech stuff that, of course, I'm using all the wrong jargon for.
Payday seems to be very confused that Elric is there. Yeah, no, I'd love to help you. Why do you keep showing up?
Well, I don't know. Just seemed like you'd be fun to hang out with.
I'd be fun to hang out with. That's what people say.
Well,
see that
not any
roll.
people I know, but we're friends, right?
Yeah, we're friends.
Well, okay, at least colleagues. Anyway, we got to watch each other's backs, right? People,
Yeah.
I didn't want to, let you think I think any weakness of you, but it never hurts to have someone else to be able to keep an eye on things, and there's stuff that I can see that you can't. I mean, not that there's anything to see now, of course.
No,
There's nothing going on, but
no, that's smart actually. There's nothing here, is there?
no, we're clear. Actually, I should ask the GM. Are we clear?
You are clear.
Are there spirits hanging around and observing Payday?
No.
Okay, because I'll try to notice them in case they are.
No. That's a great idea. No, you can come over as often as you want.
Yeah, if you want, I could probably set up some wards here. So if I'm not around, you can't have. It'd be harder for spirits and mages to come spy on you. Of course, it takes some time to set up, and I'd have to set up a temporary lodge, so it might disrupt your feng shui for a while.
What the hell's feng shui?
Never mind. A figure of speech in this case.
Yeah, no. Do it. Whoever this is, whatever they want from me, they're hiring mages. They're hiring Shadowrunners. Shadowrunners stabbed me in the back. I don't know. That elf was pretty good. Fooled me.
Yeah, well, didn't fool me, because I could see her on the astral. You can see emotions there, so if she was really into you, I'd let you have a fun time if you wanted, but I could tell she was up to no good.
All right, well, for what it's worth. Yeah, I know you talking about all that. You got my back, and we got each other's back as a team, but for what it's worth, I owe you one.
Yeah, well, I'll call him that favor when I get my dream car.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, I'll go ahead, and if you want me to start to roll for stuff, but I'm going to set up some wards at his place.
Okay.
It's ritual spell casting. I'll go with like Force 4. It's kind of hard to throw up high force stuff when you're just doing rituals by yourself.
Elric is interrupting Payday's drug binge.
It's not opposed, is it?
Yeah, basically force times 2 is used against you.
Okay. Tell me how many hits you get.
And that's force 4. Scored 5 hits.
You got 3 net.
Drain is effectively negligible because it's not physical. I can sleep it off and.
Yeah.
But I forget how long these last.
Weeks.
Yeah, so I'll be back to hook it back up later. If anything does blast through it, regardless of where I am, I'll know about it at least.
Shouldn't have let him go.
That guy? He didn't know anything. He was an amateur.
Who gets hired and has no idea who hired them?
Amateurs? I mean, we always try to figure out who our person is, right? Well, So far we haven't had too much, but figure anybody who's really likely to stick around in the biz is the kind of person who's going to be able to figure out who hired him, right?
So he's lying.
Oh, I didn't think of that. That bastard. Should have got a ritual sample. What? I don't know the ritual anyway. Never mind.
The situation was, we need to get out of there, though.
You got some ideas, though. Who knows? If this guy keeps trying to track us, maybe we'll figure that out. I think maybe next time if something ever happens like this, we might try a little bit more subtle approach. You know?
Yeah, I'm not known for subtlety.
Let the hook sink in nice and deep before we reel him in. That way we catch the big fish. Not that I really know anything about fishing.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have nothing else that you're going to do, then it'll be about a week on September 25th before in the evening before Pillar gets a call.
Can I do a little something, see if I can figure out some CSI stuff on these people?
Sure.
Just kind of like hit the mean streets, trying to find out who's up.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
So the only people I really know as far as shady folks are that guy I bought that crappy gun off of for giggles, the ganger. And let me take a look at their names.
Giggles. Are you saying the scatterbrains are involved?
No.
Okay, good, because they're scary.
Yeah, they're also on the other side of the country.
I think they've got chapters in other cities, maybe.
I don't know. I don't remember them being that big. Who was Higgs?
Maybe not.
Higgs was...
He's a bounty hunter.
Yeah, a bounty hunter.
He hired us to track down that crazy Asgardian dude.
Thor, the troll.
All right. Yeah, I don't think I really have anybody who would be in for that kind of stuff. As far as ear to the ground, the closest I got is maybe that ganger guy that I could roll up on.
Go ahead.
And I should probably buy a gun like a pistol that I can put a silencer on.
Sure, you can get that, no problem. He's not going to know anything to save yourself the effort, I guess. I mean, you could. We'll say you talk to him, but he's not going to know anything about that.
That's fine. It's just like, somebody's up to something. Let me see if I can figure anything out.
Yeah, I get that. That's definitely so. That's what has been occupying Leroy's thoughts and actions over the week.
Does he have like a Predator 5 and a silencer I can buy off him?
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right. Yeah, then I don't think I have anything else of interest to do.
All right. Well, like I said, it's the probably maybe early afternoon on Sunday, not Sunday. On Sunday, September 25th, about a week after the run you guys just completed.
Oh, just a heads up real quick, I am buying my own trodes and a microtransceiver.
Perfect. So that you don't have to type out all of your messages to the team on your thumbs anymore. Yeah,
and I'm assuming, hopefully, Payday's started to help Elric learn a little bit about how the whole direct neural interface thing works.
Certainly is.
I'm not sure if he's talked me into getting a hot sim rig or not.
But... Absolutely.
You would have tried anyway, right?
Yeah, we'll see. If Payday brings it up, getting a sim module with hot sim, Elric will probably go along with it.
Oh, I can't wait for Elric to get addicted to hot sim VR.
But once he kind of figures out how it works, he's super fascinated by, sort of the actual AR overlays that seem to be like integrated into the environment rather than just on his goggles.
It'll intensify your experience. You just let me know when you're ready to kick it up a notch. Past that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, instead, Ulrich probably bores you with lots of questions on personalizing how things look and, setting up the persona and stuff like that. Doing more detail.
Have you ever wanted your food to taste really good?
I mean, really, who would say no to that?
Right? I don't eat any other way.
Really?
You simply slot one of these chips while you're eating whatever filth you buy at the Stuffer Shack, and suddenly you're eating, like, essentially Master Chef food. It's amazing.
No. So yeah, I guess some sort of a food cuisine beetle is probably Elric's first beetle.
All right.
This is the best.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Moving on.
No. Please do note that on your sheet for the for the test that has to be made later.
He's not going to dive right in. He doesn't want he knows the effects they can have on people, but
Sure, okay. There's probably enough time for him
Payday
to.
A bit.
Yeah, only if you use them all the time, like me.
All right. Well, Pillar, like I said, Pillar does get a call middle of the day on September 25th. It's from a number you don't recognize.
I'll answer.
It's a deep, gruff voice. Oh, no. Okay, you do recognize it. I'm sorry. Your fixer, Justice Shields, probably would have called you.
Hey, what's up, Justice?
Well, got some work for you. Why else do I call, I guess?
That's fair. What do you got for me?
Somebody wants to meet you. His name is George Grump. People call him Gentleman G.
George Grump, Gentleman G. All right.
Yep. Troll guy wants to meet you. It's pretty urgent. He's got a job that he needs a team to take care of. Gave me a call, and I figured you guys would be good for this. So why don't you, if your team is up for it, it's probably gonna, from the sounds of it, you're gonna be having to go do something pretty soon, right away. So you might want to go prepared.
You say Gentleman G? Is what they call him?
Yep, that's his name.
All right. Yeah, I'll give him a call. Set up something.
He gives you a like a location. Says where you can meet him. He's there during the day on most days.
All right. Well, I'll get the team over there. I'll run there. I'll send a message to the team. Let them know we got a job. Ask if everybody's free in the afternoon. And then I will, provided everyone confirms that, I will send in a message to the number and see if we can introduce myself as Blake and say Mr. Shields told me to give you a call and see if we can come on over this afternoon.
He does answer and he says, yes, absolutely. Why don't you come on by my office? And I'm assuming Mr. Shields gave you the address?
He did. I just want to make sure call ahead and never polite to interrupt somebody.
Absolutely. I like that. Thank you. But I'm free. Come on over. This is pretty urgent, so quicker the better.
All right, we'll be there. So your message team, let them know what time and location.
All right. Anybody for some reason not going?
No.
I'll probably see if Payday can pick me up and give me a ride.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Go ahead. Well, here's a question. I guess, did you guys... Well, Throwback, go ahead and give me I'm assuming you guys call Throwback.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Guess maybe I shouldn't ask questions like that. It could cause problems. Throwback, give me a gang identification or gang knowledge skill again.
6 hits.
Wow, yeah. You, not necessarily apropos of anything, but you do happen to know that the area you're going to is near... close to a couple blocks away from Benedict College. You guys would all know that. You guys, because you've been in this general area. It's where you went to that clinic to talk to Thor or to get the job about Thor. Yeah, that's where the clinic was. But you happen to know that this area is the territory for an ore control street gang called the Goblins. You just happen to know that. Like I said, it's not necessarily apropos of anything.
When I get the message from Pillar, you're gonna get a response saying, "Hey, my car's in the shop. You able to give me a ride?"
The Cocoa Tack is pretty small. I don't know if I can get your chair in here. Does it fold up and small?
Oh yeah, it folds. It folds.
Yeah, I can get you.
I'll shoot her an address for the corner store, somewhere nearby.
All right.
And I'll just be out front, eating like a granola bar or something.
I have to admit, I'm slightly disappointed you picked up on that subtle hint.
I appreciate your disappointment. Not this day.
All right, so you guys head down to talk to this guy, and when you get there, So you get to this building. It's almost like a community center. It looks like, but on the outside of the door, there's a sign out front, and on the door it says there's a logo in lettering that says Troll Benevolent Society, and you're greeted. You're directed to the office if you ask and everything, and you're sent in, and you're to Gentleman G or George Grump's office, and you're greeted by a surprisingly handsome troll. He's very well mannered and well spoken. He wears a light colored, fashionable sort of business suit, and he's always accessorizing with an infectious smile. He's a pretty definitely good looking for a troll. He greets you. He says, "Hello, my name's George Grump. Around here, people like to call me Gentleman G. I'm fond of the nickname too, so feel free."
Gentleman G, it's good to meet you. You can call me Blake.
Nice to meet you, Blake. He looks around at the rest of you guys, and there's a table in here that you could sit down. He had you guys meet him at sort of a meeting room in this building. Again, the inside, it looks like the inside of like a community center or a church or something like that. It's less of an office building and more of something like that, although there are offices. But he has you sit down. He says, sit down, let's talk. Normally I like introductions such as these to be more casual, careful, attention to cordiality and whatnot, but time is definitely of the essence, and I'm gonna have to cut to the chase and simply get down to business. I apologize. I hope that doesn't put you off too much.
No, whatever your preference is. What can we do for you?
As you may have realized, or may know already, I am the face of the Troll Benevolent Society. You may have heard of us. We're a Columbia organization with a focus on advancement and betterment of trolls and orcs in Columbia. Pillar's probably heard of them before, being an orc herself.
And they're legit, right? They're not covered for anything?
Not as far as you know. They're a legitimate sort of like... Yeah.
That works fine. Yeah, I've heard of you. Do some good work around here. What can we do to help you?
Yes, thank you very much. We try very hard. You may have even, I won't make anybody roll for it or anything. You can decide if your character would have paid attention to this kind of thing in the media, like in the news. But you may have even seen this guy before, if it matters to your character, because he's the face of the organization, and he's in the news as much as he can be, and
Sure, and he's a handsome troll. I'm sure I keep an eye on that guy.
And he says, well, one of our let's say one of our operatives has gone missing, and I need your help locating her and bringing her back. We received a communication from her indicating that she needs assistance, and I can give you the location if you accept the job. It's a secret of our organization, the location that I'm going to give you, that I really don't want getting in the hands of any of those groups who oppose our efforts. So it's a predetermined location, so as the secret can be kept, and it's not part of any transmissions that are sent. But one thing we do know is that the nature of the communication that she did send indicates that she may be in danger. It's the primary reason why I've contacted you and your team. Like I said, getting down to business, I'm able to offer you 4,000 new yen apiece, and I can give you the details if that sounds good to you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and she'll just look around the room, see if she can get a nod of confirmation. She'll send a quick DNI or whatever. I don't really want to negotiate on this one.
Payday has just been frowning the entire time, as Eon's been pleasantly smiling, and Payday just writes back, "Why?"
If the money's that important to you, I'll give you my cut. These people do good work.
Is Payday on downers?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Elric is going to respond with a text using his mind to respond. I'm with you, sis, as long as you agree to not pass up opportunities to grab extra goodies along the way. I'm all for maximizing my profit, but not at these people's expense.
We got a We gotta talk one of these days, kid. You and your kleptomania.
What? I've never stolen anything before in my life.
That's part of the problem.
All right, gentlemen. I believe we are in on this one.
If this guy complicates it, we'd best be negotiating at that point.
He says, okay, excellent. There really aren't a lot of extra details here. I can send you the location where you should be able to locate our operative. I'm sending him to your comm links now. And he kind of like sends him over if you accept them. And he says, the woman you're looking for is an orc who goes by the name of Vesper. Her one way you might be able to locate her at this coordinate is she would leave a mark in an area. Her mark looks like this, and he shows you an image. It's like two triangles. There's a large one above a smaller, almost flat one. Large one on top is kind of pointed down, and small one's pointed up, and they're connected by a line. And he says it's a martini glass. That's what the image is supposed to look like. And he says, other than that, that if you find, you would probably be able to find that mark written or scrawled somewhere, indicating where she might be located. And yeah, do you have any questions?
That's not really much to go on.
What happens when our operatives send this kind of a message out that they need a pickup or are in danger or anything like that? They're to meet us at predetermined locations. The message that we got indicates that it's this type of thing. As I said, the communication indicated that she may be in danger or being followed, which is why we're sending someone like you out to get her. So it should be pretty straightforward.
Now, waiting for us to go get her at this moment?
I'm sorry, say that again?
So you're saying she's at this pickup now, waiting for us to come get her this very moment?
Yes. More than likely.
Well, do you have any info on what she's into? I mean, what kind of direct can we expect to walk into? I mean, we'll do it, but the better prepared we are, the more successful we're going to be.
It's, I'm not sure how important that is. If you'd like to, you can roll negotiations and you might be able to get some information out of him.
Yes, I will attempt to do so, defaulting to charisma. Hey, I got a hit and not a glitch.
Well, he tells Elric, he says that it's probably nothing to be concerned about. This is a thing that happens occasionally, and we get to be safe for the people that are being picked up. We get someone to go out and handle it in case anything needs to be handled. We've done this before, and it's been fine. As you can imagine, it's important to us that the purpose and of her being out there be kept a secret. We are a public organization that, the discretion that you guys have is why we're hiring you.
Hey, we got her mark. She's as good as found.
Let's do it then. Stop wasting time.
Yeah, I turn to Payday and just say, yeah, come on, man. It'll be a quick, easy payday.
We'll see.
Yeah, let's not stretch this one out.
I leave the room.
Directly at Elric.
Just turn and go.
I nod knowingly to throw back.
As we're walking out, we'll put the extraction in the back of the Phoenix. If there's going to be pursuit, I'm the best one to try to outrun it.
Right, and before you guys leave, he of course re-emphasizes the importance that time is of the essence.
Yeah, we're going.
I'll head straight there.
All right. Anything you guys are going to do, like look anything up or check out the coordinates on the way or anything like that?
I want to see if her mark is currently broadcasting.
It's unlikely to be any kind of an AR mark. He would have told you that. I think he did say that she probably will scrawl or write it somewhere physically on something.
Okay, I took that as a literal Matrix mark.
No,
that'll dawn on Throwback during the car ride when he can't find it on the Matrix.
Eon will pull up a map soft and I'll do some area knowledge. See if I can recall anything about this area.
I'm going to call up a Force 6 Earth Spirit.
All right.
4 hits.
5 in the summon.
All right, you got 3 net hits, so 4 drain. You'll be resisting, Elric. 4 hits on area knowledge.
Yes, sir.
The coordinates are located in a part of Columbia that's a really rough part in 2078. It's called the Broad River area. It's sort of north and west of the downtown area. The specific coordinates are actually at an interesting historical location in Columbia. When was Payday last in Columbia? Like, when did he leave Columbia?
9 years ago.
Okay. So he was definitely, and how old is Payday?
41.
Okay, so he was definitely around in Columbia when this was all happening. He would have been pretty young, fairly young, but it was in the 2050s. So the location, the coordinates are actually in the site of the former Colonial Life Insurance Company building. So it's kind of famously, this building, is like 10 to 12 story building, was destroyed by a massive explosion back in 2059, kind of concluding what were called the insurance wars at the time. Bunch of insurance companies going to war with each other, and it was actually, and you would know this, it's actually the insurance wars were sort of what brought Shadowrunning to Columbia for the very first time, because there was just very, very heated competition between these corporations.
That's right. I recall a lot of that information from when we were looking up things on Blue Cross.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger like events in Columbia's history. Blue Cross ended up on top, but the end of this whole conflict was Colonial Life and Blue Cross, and it was all ended with this big explosion. Anyway, the whole point is that the coordinates are at the kind of like site of the rubble of that's never been cleaned up, and this whole area kind of after that event happened went to hell. And so this whole district of Columbia, the Broad River area, is very low lifestyle. There's a lot of gang activity, and it just never recovered from that whole thing.
Payday will share that information, of course, with the team.
All right. Well, I guess you guys head there, and
the ride over, I'm going to cook up some more preparations.
All right. Sure.
How much time do I have?
It'll probably take you about, if you're heading straight there, it'll probably take you about 20 minutes.
Okay.
So we essentially have the Coco taxi, my car, and what, Leroy, I assume you're on your bike?
Yeah, probably. Unless it's bad weather.
Yeah, throwback implied his ride was in the shop when the call went out.
All right. Well, you guys are able to get there no problem. You probably take the highway there for a short distance, and then get off, and there's this whole rubbled area that's got a fence around it, and the fence is, like if you wanted to get into the area, it was like a chain link fence that was put up, to keep people out, because nobody wanted to. The city didn't really want to fix it, but they didn't want people hanging out and going inside of it. But it's been so long, there are plenty of parts of the fence that are down, and squatters and urban explorers and looters have picked away at it over the past almost 20 years. So
is this place like essentially like a Redmond kind of place? Like has the city kind of forsaken it at this point, or?
It's a fair comparison. This whole district of Columbia, it is a fair comparison to Redmond, probably somewhere between like a Puyallup and a Redmond, but probably closer to a Redmond Barrens kind of an area. Yeah, there's a lot of gang activity, a lot of crime. It's not a lot of people. Like anybody who has no reason to be there does not typically go there.
Gotcha.
So you guys are there. It's a big rubbled area. whole building just came down. There's parts that you can get in and out, but it's pretty dangerous looking. And there's, at first glance, there's nobody you can see there. But you can definitely head in and start looking around if you want.
Wait, I'm going to astrally project and just take a quick look around.
You're going to take a perception test, or are you just doing a quick survey?
Well, I got no hits on perception, so unless it's really obvious, I don't notice.
So I guess the answer is it doesn't really matter.
And
it'll pop back up in my body. It says, looks clear in the astral. Unless, of course, there was something really obvious.
No, there wasn't.
As per usual, I will pop my 2 fly spies out to survey the area.
All right, so you guys know what you're looking for, this mark and everything. I guess you're going to get out and start looking around.
I'll put my Earth Spirit on Astral Overwatch.
Yeah, start checking for the mark.
Payday's actually coming out of the car for this one, too. I've got my ballistics mask on, a shotgun in hand.
All right, well, we'll handle this as like a teamwork sort of searching test. Who wants to head it up?
Not me. I literally have no perception skills, so I can't take any teamwork tests.
I can take 4.
I've got a little bit, but not much.
I have less than 4.
Give to me your dice.
All right.
I'm actually using electronic warfare for my perception on this.
I glitched it. So
I'm using the sensors in the mask, so I've got a fair few dice on this. I've got 14 dice.
All right, well, I got 3 hits on mine, so whoever gets 3 extra dice from me.
Does electronic warfare take the place of the perception skill?
Yes, it does.
Right.
Is there any noise in the area or anything like that that I should take into consideration?
We'll say no. What is the electronic warfare rating?
6.
All right, so you got a 3 from, who was it, Elric?
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
I threw out a +4 to whoever was using it for my perception.
God, I'm going to have so many dice here.
Yeah, we're going to max you out.
Yeah,
and,
that'll max you out at 6 extra.
But here's the thing, you're limited to your sensor rating, but each one of us that helps adds 1 to your limit, too.
Right, so you get a +3 to your limit because Pillar can't help you because she's lost in the urban wasteland. She can't handle it.
That will be 9 hits.
All right. So, how long are you gonna go? I mean, it's been 10 minutes. You're still looking. So you can roll again with that's something that I'm not aware of. Do you just take that dice pool and keep it, or does everybody do it again if it's a extended teamwork?
It depends. I mean, technically everyone would re-roll.
So many people are rolling. We'll just, to simplify it, we'll say we'll just keep that dice pool and just keep reducing it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go skulking around. I got 2 hits on a smelling test. I imagine I don't smell anything like gunshot residue or anything.
Nothing that stands out.
That'll be 9 hits again with the minus into consideration.
All right. Well, with your fly spy flying around and it is the fly spy you said, right?
No, physically me.
Oh, right. Okay. Then with all of that around and everybody looking and whatnot, you spend about 20 minutes looking before you finally notice in a part of the building that is fairly put together, at least better put together than the rest of the building that's collapsed and crumbling. You see on a wall somewhere in sort of like a really dark red, the mark, the symbol that you're looking for has been smeared on there. But everybody individually give me a perception test real fast.
Just 1.
5 for me.
Actually, only 3 on this one. I really screwed that one up.
You know, I actually have mistakenly been rolling too many dice, so I'm gonna go with 0.
You've been rolling too many dice when you said that you don't have perception, so it's even worse than you thought.
Know, most characters I put the contacts in, you do the whole vision enhancement thing. No. 3 dice, that's all I got.
Yeah, I only recently started remembering to add on my visual enhancement for my goggles when I'm using them. And I'd definitely be wearing them in this situation.
I don't get to use my ballistic masks too much, but when I do, it turns me into a perception beast, at least for seeing things.
All right, anybody who got any hits is not going to be surprised. Well,
good.
You know what? Nobody's surprised because I didn't get any hits here either. But you will be able to act after you see something really interesting happen, which is rolling towards you. I'll say because you guys did well, you can see it actually coming your way before it actually stops. But rolling towards you is a small orange globe thing, and you start to realize as it's getting closer that it looks like it's a toy pumpkin.
I shoot it.
And I think
I ain't playing no games.
Thanks so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed it. This show would not be possible without the generous support of our patrons over at Patreon. If you like the show and you want to help support it, head on over to patreon.com/complexaction. Supporting can get you access to GM notes, the ability to vote on the direction that the story will take, or even the chance to join us and the cast during one of our cast party episodes. That's patreon.com/complexaction to help out. There were several NPCs and organizations which were provided by patrons of Complex Action. This episode featured Gentleman G and the Troll Benevolent Society, submitted by patron Eric L. Thank you very much. The character art seen on our YouTube page and various other social media places was done by Ethan Brewerton. Check out his awesome Shadowrun artwork at esbrewerton.tumblr.com. The background music in this episode is brought to you by Prism Shard. To hear more of his Shadowrun-inspired music, head on over to soundcloud.com/prism-shard and give him some love. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to Complex Action to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its websites, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Complex Action in any official capacity whatsoever.